Goa's ministers and their junkets back in the news once again. Days after their so-called study tour to Brazil for the World Cup was junked, CNN-IBN has now accessed a shocking CAG report that shows how all these ministers regularly holiday at the taxpayers' expense.
Well, this is on how the Goa Tourism Department has been globe-trotting and incurring massive expenses. The CAG report saying that between 2007 and 2012, the Goa Tourism Department conducted 38 international trademarks and 15 roadshows worldwide, incurring expenses of nearly 19 crore rupees. An audit of these travels shows that no MOUs were signed on any of these roadshows or any of these trips, so certainly raising further questions on what exactly they were doing abroad. But Goa Tourism Minister Dilip Parulekar attending roadshows in Berlin, the Netherlands and Denmark in March 2013, and in December the same year, Parulekar went on to roadshows in Los Angeles. Other ministers have also gone on similar trips. Industries Minister Mahadev Nayak went to Dubai for the India Trade Fair. Meanwhile, in September 2013, Deputy Speaker Anant Shet went to Russia for an exhibition. MLA Ganesh Gaonkar going to ITB Asia in Singapore for roadshows in Australia and New Zealand. MLA Nilesh Cabral was sent as part of the delegation, which also included other members of the tourism department. So this is just to give you a sense of the kind of trips that have been made by those in the government there.
For more on that story, Shravan Sen is joining us live from Mumbai. Durgadas Kamath of the Goa Congress is joining us from Panjim via Skype. Before I come to you, Mr. Kamath, I do want to go to Shravan Sen. Shravan, quoting from this report, this is a CAG report that says between 2007 and 2012, the Goa Tourism Department conducted 38 international trademarks and 15 roadshows worldwide, incurring an expense of 19 crore rupees. These are the statistics that are being given by the CAG. How is the Goa government explaining itself, if at all?
Yeah, obviously the Goa government has been they've been saying that these study tours are extremely important for the department. Remember, the tourism department is one of the most important departments in Goa, keeping in mind that tourism is actually one of the major economic activities of Goa, and that becomes an extremely important department. Just not just that statistic, another shocking statistic in this particular CAG report that CNN-IBN has now accessed. Let me just tell you, the Goa Tourism Department has actually conducted about 14 roadshows, incurring an expenditure of 4 crore between August 2010 and to November 2011. But the shocking part, where they were expected to at least get 150 participants for their own roadshows here in Goa, they had only managed about 25 to 64 participants. This is very clear in this particular CAG report that we have actually accessed. Also, what they are also talking about is that these roadshows conducted by the Goa Tourism Department did not result in any sort of trade contract, business agreement or MOUs. So certainly some questions need to be asked. But remember, for the benefit of our viewers, this particular report was between 2007 to 2012. Dilip Parulekar, who is the tourism minister, assumed office in 2011. So the question is not only about the BJP government, what was the Congress also doing? The fact is that the Congress was also in power, and the fact that these questions need to be raised. Is it part of the Goa minister's DNA that, when they actually embark on such study tours, nothing on paper actually is resulted? The fact is that you have 38 trademarks and about 15 roadshows, and you don't even manage to get one single MOU signed. Question to be raised for not just the BJP government but also to the Congress government. What were the ministers of Goa actually doing?
I think that's the ideal point to actually bring in Mr. Durgadas Kamath, Goa Congress leader, joining us via Skype from Goa. Mr. Kamath, how do you respond to that? Shravan Sen bringing out those very startling facts. You can't argue with facts or statistics. This is not just a question on the BJP government but the Congress leadership as well. How do you respond to that? How do you defend yourselves as well?
I would like to clearly say that I think we had done some mistakes and we have paid for it in the 2012 assembly election.
Okay, so you're saying, yes, you're admitting to the fact that your government also went on these so-called study tours at the expense of the taxpayers' money, but you paid for that mistake by losing the election. Is that how you're justifying yourself, sir?
See, let us put out such facts straight. We have done some mistakes, I think at that point of time, government should have sent officials instead of MLAs, and we have done mistakes and we would not repeat it. And I know we have paid for the 2012 assembly elections.
Mr. Kamath, then your argument becomes very weak if if the Congress government is equally responsible, then how do you plan to take on the BJP government, ask them tough questions on this particular issue when the Congress is not clean themselves in this case?
Yes. See, I would like to come to your point. See, we have paid for it. It doesn't mean that the same thing should be repeated. The new leadership has come into the party in Goa. The party is getting clean, and we are of the opinion that these junkets are totally of wasteful expenditure.
So, Mr. Kamath, but having said that, when you do raise this point with the BJP government, they're going to shoot right back, saying that how can you accuse us when you're equally responsible for that? Then how do you plan to really take it up politically? That's my primary question, sir.
That's what I'm telling you. See, the people who have done mistakes have lost the elections. The people have sent them home. The people who had done mistakes, who had done severe mistakes, have been sent home. The party is in a revamp mode in Goa. We are building up a new cadre, and we totally agree to it that we have done some mistake in the past, and we are going ahead with a new phase.
Mr. Kamath, that's a rare admission that comes from a politician in a political party. You're saying you have actually made a mistake, you're sorry for it, and you've paid for it. We'll leave it there for the moment and ask our viewers whether it's time for the governments across the country to junkets. Tell us what you think on our website, ibnlive.com.